Hi, welcome. I'm Karen Conley, owner of Amazing Yoga, and I'm thrilled to team up with the Pittsburgh Marathon and do a yoga for runners practice. Today, I have my daughter here, Sadie, and my husband, Sean, for models, and we're gonna get started in child's pose. So come onto your knees and bring your forehead down. And there's something that is really potent in this practice, and it is the breathing. I think that yoga and running are a perfect combination because we come into this breathing and we really increase our lung capacity, but we also allow ourselves to focus. And that is, as an athlete, that is one of the most important things, is to create focus, determination, and of course we'll have some flexibility too today. So start breathing in and out of your nose. Just smooth in your nose and out your nose. And then go ahead and breathe into the sides of your waist. And then breathe out and let your forehead get a little bit heavier. If you're finding that child's pose is a little uncomfortable like this, you can walk your knees out a little bit wider to the outer edges of your mat and sink your hips down towards your heels. And maybe just roll your forehead a little side to side. Just, if any worries or concerns, just kind of roll your head a little side to side. And so this breathing pattern in and out of the nose, we keep this as part of the whole practice. And so the nice steady breath allows our minds to stay focused, it allows our body to recover quickly, and it allows us to create this in the moment time, being present in the moment. And at any time during this practice, you can always come down and give yourself this space. All right, let's move on. Come on up onto your hands and knees and bring your wrists directly under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Yeah, press down in on your hands and inhale, look forward, breathe in, open up across your chest, and then go ahead and exhale and round your spine, pull your belly up and in. Nice, breathe in, look forward, opening, and then go ahead and exhale and round. And then one more time, breathe in, look forward, pause right here, curl under your toes and press back to downward facing dog. Yeah, you could bend your knees a little bit here. Especially runners, particularly the backs of the legs, the hamstrings, they get really tight. So you want to give yourself some space here. So very often, putting a little bend in your knees is helpful. Push your tailbone up to the sky, and then push the weight back into your thighs. And just let your head relax. If you feel like you have a lot of weight on your wrists, keep pushing the weight more back in your legs and just bending your knees. Yeah, and then set your eyes right between your toes. It kind of looks like an upside down V. Yeah, and this is just a great stretch for the back of the legs. And then bring your feet together to touch. Extend your right leg directly behind you. Bend your right knee and take that leg up and open. So you just open up, a little hip opener across the hip flexor. And then pull that right knee into your chest. Rock your shoulders forward. Put a little bend in your elbows so you can lift your knee up, activating those core muscles. Nice, and then look at your thumb and set your right foot right next to your right thumb. So you're in a runner's lunge of sorts. And then go ahead and drop your back knee to the mat. Keep your left hand down, reach your right arm up to the sky. Just breathe here. Breathe in, get a little more openness. And breathe out, soften your face. Breathe in, roll that right shoulder into your back. And breathe out. Just getting a nice rhythm with the breath. Set your right hand down. Curl under your back toe, lift your back knee, push down into your hands, and then press back to downward facing dog. Nice, bring your feet back together again. We're gonna just do the other side, extend your left leg back. Pressing that right thigh bone back, and then go ahead and bend your left knee and take that leg up and open. Push down through your left hand so you feel the whole left side of your waist get a little more space there. And then go ahead and pull your left knee into your chest, rock your shoulders forward, pull the knee up a little bit higher, and then set your left foot next to your left thumb, drop your right knee down, and reach your left arm up to the sky. So we get to open up the front of the hip flexors. Start breathing in a little bit deeper. Beautiful. One more breath here. And then go ahead and set your hand down, curl under your back toe, press back to that downward facing dog. Pull forward to a high push-up position. So just rock your shoulders right on top of your wrists. Press down into your palms. Getting a little core action. If you're finding that this is too hard to hold, you can always modify by just putting your knees on the mat. But let's all just do this modification together the first time. So put your knees down on the mat, keep your toes curled under, and then lower down halfway. So a low push-up. Just bend your elbows, pause there. Good, and then go ahead and lie all the way down on the mat. Keep your hands where they are, and come up for a gentle cobra. Lift your chest up. Reach your elbows back, and then exhale, just lower your chin down to the mat. And we'll do that again. Inhale, come up, elbows back, pulling your heart forward. And then exhale, lower your chin down. And then one more time. Inhale, come up, breathing in. Exhale, lower your chin down, curl under your toes, press back to downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath in here. And this time, open up your mouth and just clear it all away. Lift your heels up, walk your feet all the way up to your hands. Take your feet about hip width apart, catch a hold of your opposite elbows and coming into ragdoll. For many of us, having a bend in your knees feels much better. You know, especially after long runs, the backs of the legs get tight, so you want to bend the knees and open up those muscles, but you also want to release the lower back. And then just relax your head. It's very calming to the nervous system, these forward folds. You get a little bit of a release, a let go. And then go ahead and release your palms down to the mat. And bring your feet together to touch. And come rolling all the way up to standing. Reach your arms up. Reach up. And then bring your palms just to the heart center for a moment. And just close your eyes. One of the more effective parts of being an athlete is really envisioning what do you want to create? How do you want things to work out? So that you can manifest them, you can see them happen. So what would you like out of your practice here today? To create a little more flexibility, a little more strength, a little more fortitude, and just set an intention with that, a vision. And on your inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, press down into your heels, and then exhale, bring your palms down the center and fold forward. So trace the midline of your body, and of course, get a little bend in your knees if you need it. Bring your hands to your shin bones for a halfway lift. Now, for many of us, a bend in the knees really helps us to get this nice long spine. And then fold forward. We're going to do this again. Slide your hands up onto your shins, pull your heart forward, slide your shoulder blades down your back. Nice. Exhale, fold forward. One last time here. Halfway lift. Get a long spine. Press your tailbone back. Pull the crown of your head forward. Fold forward. Place your palms on the mat and step your legs back to that high push-up, just one leg at a time. And remember, you can keep the knees off the mat before we move into a low push-up, or you can put the knees down. Look forward, move your shoulders slightly forward, and then bend your elbows to lower down to a low push-up, Chaturanga. Squeezing your leg muscles, hold here, and then lie down on the floor. Uncurl your toes. Inhale, come up for that gentle cobra. Exhale, lower your chin down, curl under your toes, press back to downward facing dog. This is called a sun salutation. It builds heat and rhythm in the body. It brings elasticity to the muscles. And it's a good way to get in the zone, to line up the movements and the breath, and to clear your mind. So breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, push your hips up and back. Breathe out. Look at your hands. Take 2 big steps up to your hands. Halfway lift, that flat back. Fold forward, breathe all the air out. On the inhale, reach up, rise up, stretching, expanding. And then exhale and fold forward. Breathe all of the air out, emptying. Halfway lift, palms to the shins. Step back to high push-up. Take your time here. As you breathe out, lower down to low push-up. Lie down on the floor. Inhale, come up to cobra. Breathe in across the collarbone. Exhale, lower your chin, curl under your toes, press back, downward facing dog. It's like a little dance with your breath and your body. Just stepping into your rhythm. Creating some more flexibility. On your inhale, lift your heels up, and on your exhale, just push your heels down. Yeah, so you feel that opening in the back of the calf and the back of the thighs. Take one more breath here. Breathe out, look at your hands, take 2 big steps up to your hands. Halfway lift, flatten your back. Fold forward, breathe out. Do this one more time. Inhale, reach up. Take a little back bend back if you can. And then fold forward, breathe it out. Clearing, releasing. Halfway lift, flatten your back. Step back to that high push-up. Exhale, lower down. Lie down on the floor. Breathe into that cobra. Exhale, lower your chin, curl under your toes, press back, down dog. Great, we're gonna move on a little bit here. Extend your right leg back to the wall behind you. Flex that right foot. And if you can, push your left heel down towards the mat, so that just opens a little deeper in the backs of the legs. Pull your right knee into your chest, rock your shoulders forward. Activating those core muscles, push down into your hands. And then lift your knee up towards your rib cage. Yeah, breathing, that nice steady breath that really helps us to build the strength and the resilience to hold. Lift your knee up a little higher, and then just set your right foot next to your right thumb. Walk your right foot out a little bit out to the right, squeezing that back thigh. Come up onto your fingertips and pull your chest forward. These lunges are great because they open up the hip flexors, which tend to get tight, and they pull on our lower back. So pull that right outer hip back and in. Yeah, and then extend your arms back like airplane wings right along the side of your waist. Yeah, we have a tendency to sort of let our chest rest on your thighs, so go ahead and lift your chest a little bit off your thigh. And then work your pinky fingers towards each other. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, spread apart your palms. Breathe out, slide the shoulder blades down your back. Now you can either hang out here for the next couple breaths, or I'm just going to add on something with a little more challenge. Extend your arms right along the side of your ears. I know, it's a lot on the legs. A couple more breaths right here. Reach your fingers forward, press your heel back, and then inhale, come on up to standing. Crescent lunge. Nice. So you feel this opening in the front of your left hip. So pull your belly in, your core in. Yeah. Hook your thumbs up overhead. Put a little bend in your elbows and just lean back. Take a nice deep breath as you lean back. And then set your palms on either side of your front foot and step back to downward facing dog. And we're going to do the other side. Extend your left leg back. Press down into your hands. Pull your left knee into your chest. Rock your shoulders forward. Press into your hands. And if you can, lift your left heel up to your left hip. You know, it's like sort of just working all these little muscles, all these deeper core muscles, to build that strength, and then breathing. You know, while you're working, breathing. So our lungs are a muscle too, so the deeper you breathe, the stronger those muscles get. Lift your knee up just a little bit higher, look at your left thumb, set your left foot next to your left thumb. Yeah, it's nice to walk your left foot a little bit out to the left so that when you come up to standing that you feel a little more stable. But come up onto your fingertips for a moment and just pull your chest forward so you start getting that openness. Breathing in and then breathing out. Drive that left heel down and in. And then extend your arms back like those airplane wings. If you can, lift your arms up a little higher. You'll just tone your triceps a little more, and you'll open up across your chest. Yeah. Pin that left hip in and squeeze your right thigh. Now with all that happening, don't forget to keep breathing in and out of your nose. Now you can either stay here for a couple more breaths, or you can extend those arms right along the side of your ears. Yeah, like Sadie's doing here with your thumbs up, creating all this length. Drive your left heel down and in. Push down, inhale, reach up. This time, interlace your palms and press your palms straight up to the sky. Yeah, so as you press your palms up to the sky, you squeeze those outer arms in. And then pull your belly in, drop your tailbone down. Take a nice deep breath in, look up, reach up, and then set your hands to the mat. Step back to downward facing dog. Good work. Take a deep breath in, open up your mouth, and just let all of the air out. Look to your hands. Take 2 big steps back up to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, that flat back. Fold forward, breathe all the air out. Bend your knees right here. So you're sinking your hips down, and so your knees and your hips at the most are in one line. And then come on up for chair pose. Reach your arms up. This is a great pose to open up the backs of your heels, to strengthen the ankles, the Achilles. Get light in your toes. Reach up through your fingers. Take a deep breath in here, and then exhale, fold forward, right in half. Halfway lift, flatten your back. Step back to high push-up. Get in a rhythm. Lower down all the way. Inhale up for that gentle cobra, breathe in. Exhale, lower your chin, press back, downward facing dog. Step your right foot to your right thumb. Pause right here. This time, spin your back heel flat. Take a look that your back foot, that your front heel lines up with your back heel. And squeeze all those muscles in your back leg. Bend your right knee right on top of your right ankle, and then reach your arms up to the sky for warrior one. Bend deep into your knees. So once again, still opening up the front of the hips, and then breathing into the sides of the waist. Interlace your hands at your lower back. Lift your chest up, and then exhale, fold forward. Let your palms come up overhead. This is a great way to release the tension in the neck and the shoulders and the jaw. Sometimes when we're so determined and we're working so hard, we create a lot of tension in this area. So just let the crown of your head drop down. Nice. You know, the practice is simple. These simple movements, they just open up our body in a whole different way. And we get the energy flowing. We get this surge of energy and breath and movement and flow. Press down into your feet. Inhale, reach your arms back up. And opening up to warrior two. So warrior two, you just open up to the side. Now this time you line your heel up with your back inner arch, and then set your eyes over your front fingertips. Just setting your eyes to a single focus, to a point. You know, what I find in so many athletes is just having that laser focus, that be able to just hone in on where you want to go and what you want to create. You know, first we have to envision it before it happens. So set your eyes, breathe into it, give it some life. Sink your hips a little lower. Soften your shoulders down your back. Reverse your warrior. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Let your left hand slide down your back leg. You might even like this little bind. You can take that left hand around your back. Yeah. And that slides that left shoulder down your back. And if you have a little more room, bend into that right knee. Take one more deep breath in here, and then come into high push-up. Let's hold high push-up for a moment. Squeeze your thighs. Press your heels back and then lower down onto your forearms for plank on your forearms. Pull your belly in, just activating those core muscles. Couple more breaths here. Big inhale, squeeze it all in. And then exhale, lower your hips down. Come up onto your forearms, so just prop yourself up here. Slide the shoulder blades down your back. Take a deep breath in, and then breathe it all out. And downward facing dog. Step your left foot up to your left thumb. You can spin that back heel flat. Come on up, warrior one. Just keeping it real simple. Simple and strong. Yeah. Pulling that left hip back allows that right hip to drop forward so you can keep opening up the front of the hip. And then pressing into the pinky edge and lifting your inner arch keeps the ankle nice and strong. Interlace your hands at your lower back. Lift your chest up. Exhale, fold forward. Let your palms come up overhead. Rinsing your shoulders. And just allow the exhale. Just bring your emphasis to the breath. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, relax your head. Breathe in, squeeze your back leg. Breathe out, soften your face. Press down into your feet. Inhale, come on up, warrior one. Open up, warrior two. Yeah, reach through your fingers. So the left knee squeezes out to the left, right thigh firms onto the bone. And then just soften your face. Maybe even drop your chin down an inch and see if you can relax your face. But then brighten up your eyes. Because this works, this practice works. Helps to keep you injury-free, keeping your muscles supple and strong. Reverse your warrior, reach that left arm up to the sky, and breathe into all those little muscles on the left side of your waist. Take a nice deep breath in, and then come back in for one more plank on your forearms. Just come on down onto your forearms. To modify, you can always put your knees on the mat. And cross your right ankle over your left, so you squeeze your inner thighs. Yeah, fire up your thighs, pull your belly in, and breathe. Breathing through the challenging parts is what makes us better at breathing through the challenging parts in our life. So set your right foot down, cross your left ankle over. And this is practice, this is training ground. And keep squeezing, breathing. And then go ahead and set your left foot down, lower your hips down. Take a deep breath in, and a long sigh like, all right, press back, downward facing dog. Yeah, doing great. So lift your heels up, look forward, walk your feet all the way up to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Fold forward, breathe all of the air out. Come all the way up to standing, reach up. And then bring your palms to the heart center, and we're gonna move into tree pose. So you catch a hold of your right ankle, and if you place your right ankle, you can place it on the upper thigh or you can place it below the knee. Yeah, and then as your hands are at the heart center, you can keep them here, or you can interlace your arms and reach them up to the sky. The balancing poses are really good is that we just set your eyes to one point. Drive your standing heel down and in. And reaching. You know, we're always reaching and opening and expanding. One more breath here. Gently release, and then we're just switch and do tree on the other side. So set your right foot down, lift your left leg up. Yeah, and set your hands at the heart center, and then you can take a variation here. You can reach your arms up, or you can interlace them and come up. It's this balance of effort and ease. And sometimes we lose our balance, and that's okay. We just come back into it. Sort of like laugh to ourselves, like, oh, I'm just losing my balance. Like, that happens. It's part of being human. Take a nice deep breath in, and then go ahead and gently release. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, push your heels down and in. Exhale, fold forward, breathe it all out. Halfway lift, flatten your back. Step back to that high push-up. Lower all the way down onto your belly. Just lie down. Interlace your hands at your lower back, and then reach the knuckles towards your heels, lift your chest up. Now, if this feels okay on your lower back, you can also lift your legs up. You can but if you feel like it's tight on your lower back, you want to emphasize more getting long. So you're reaching your toes back, you're pulling your heart forward. Take a deep breath in, exhale, lower down. We're going to do one more of these belly back bends. So you can bend the knees and catch the feet for bow pose. If you can't catch the feet, that's okay. You can just do the one that we just did. You just interlace your hands, press into your feet, inhale, come on up. Yeah. And as you press your feet into your hands, it's really important, just opens up the whole front of your body. Take a big inhale, and then exhale and lower all the way down. Yeah. Flip your palms underneath your shoulders. Come into that little gentle cobra that we did, lifting your chest. Exhale, lower your chin down, curl under your toes, and press back, downward facing dog. And extend your right leg directly behind you. Pull your right knee into your chest, rock your shoulders forward. Hold here for a moment, just after back bending, to get your core engaged. And then moving into half pigeon, set your right knee behind your right wrist, point your back foot back, and then walk your hands forward. I mean, this is an essential pose for anybody who runs, because it really opens up in the hip. It really helps to create a little more freedom in the hip mobility, which tends to get very tight. And then just breathe into it. So wherever you're feeling it, send the breath into that place. It helps it to heal, it helps to soften. You don't want to feel it pulling in your knee. You want to feel it either in the outer part of your hip or your inner thigh, but not in the knee. So if you feel it in the knee, you want to make a little adjustment, either by bending the knee a little bit more, or moving it a little bit out to the right. Take a nice deep breath in here. Breathe out. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, just sink your hips a little bit lower. Just sinking in. It's a deep release that's happening. And then go ahead and walk your hands back up and curl under that back toe, come back into downward facing dog. And we're going to do the other side. Extend your left leg back. Pull your left knee into your chest, rock your shoulders forward. Hold it here for just a moment. Push into your hands, lift the knee up a little higher, pull your belly in, and then half pigeon. Set your left knee behind your left wrist. Rock your hands forward. And just breathe and relax. Breathe and release. Breathe and melt in. Let your forehead be heavy, let your breath be smooth. And take one more deep breath in. Breathe all of the air out. And then go ahead and walk your hands back up. And then just swing your right leg around to the front edges of your mat. Extend both of your legs forward for a double leg extension. Reach your arms to the sky, but it's really important here for many of you to just bend your knees before you fold forward. So bend your knees and then reach your arms forward. Because yoga really is the perfect complement for running. It allows you to open up all those muscles that you use for a repetitive motion. And the more you can open up and lengthen those muscles of the hamstrings and the lower back, the better you're going to be able to recover and the less injuries that you're going to get. And then go ahead and come on back up. And bend your knees and just slowly roll yourself down onto your back. Just lie down on your back. We're going to finish with a little twist. Pull your right knee into your chest and extend your left leg forward. And then take that right leg across your body. Extend your right arm out to the right. And if it feels okay, look over your right shoulder. And then go ahead and come back to center. And then we're going to switch. Pull your left knee into your chest, extend your right leg, and take a little twist to the other side. Extend that left arm over and maybe look over your left shoulder. And it feels so good to release the lower back. You might even feel a little cracks. And then go ahead and come back to center. Give your knees a great big hug. Squeeze it all in. Yeah, good work. And then land in final relaxation Shavasana. Just lie flat on the mat. And just go ahead and close your eyes. And ideally, you want to just have your palms face up. And this pose is as important as those other poses because this is your place where you recover, where you rejuvenate, where you heal. So just breathe and surrender. Breathe and release. This is where the whole practice comes together. The body is designed to heal. Every system of the body works to bring it into optimal balance. But sometimes we just need to give ourselves the opportunity to heal. And that's why this pose is so important. All the work that you just did, this couple minutes to just bring it all in. Take a deep breath in and open up your mouth and breathe all the air out like just notice how good that feels. Squeeze your knees into your chest. And just roll over onto your side. And as you make it up to a comfortable seat, just roll over to your side and come on up and take a nice comfortable seat. And bring your palms to the heart center. It's been an honor and a pleasure to be able to share this practice with you. Big kudos to my models and to Pittsburgh Marathon. Thank you. Let's lift our palms to the forehead and together we say, Namaste. Namaste. Great work. Give yourselves a hand.